Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and let's see if we can get some wins. We're going to be using the Starmie paired with the Wiggly and the Shadow Drapion in the back. It looks like the Araquanid does come in, so we're going to use the Shadow Drapion as our safe switch. We could have gone into Wiggly there. Probably would have been better, but let's see how this works out. We see the Drapion getting the Araquanid into the red. And the idea here is to get the energy advantage. Starmie with energy advantage versus Drapion here is okay. We definitely want this Drapion out of here because we still have that poison type to deal with. So okay, they do decide to shield, and unfortunately we're in a bad spot now. We have to use all our shields, and we were trying to get the farm down right there, and unfortunately for us, we have the Quillfish coming back to match up against our Wiggly, and that's just not a good matchup there. Yeah, we needed to use the Wiggly against the Araquanid. Then we would have had Drapion versus Drapion, which is a little bit better, but they would have had the energy advantage. Alright, next game. We got the Starmie versus the Morpeko. Not the matchup we need. We're going to go into the Drapion here. We do see the Clocksire. This is an interesting switch. They could just be pressuring Earthquakes to grab some shields. Looks like that's the case on the first try. Now we're going to go for these Aqua Tails. These Aqua Tails from this range would threaten KO, so they decide to shield. And then we're going to have to double shield as well. Okay, they finally switch out into the Morpeko. We're going to use our Wiggly to tank these moves. These charms are chunked away, but they're going to be able to reach another move here. The Psychic Fang boosted is going to take us out. And we just have to try to farm down with our Drapion. This Drapion tanks the Psychic Fang, and unfortunately the Galarian Corsola is going to be able to farm us down. Yeah, that was just a tough backline right there, so a little bit unfortunate. Okay, back again here. Well, let's see if we can recover from our earlier games. We're going to have the Starmie versus the Dunsparce here. Look at the fast move pressure from this Starmie against this Dunsparce. Already getting him roughly 20% just from fast moves. The first surf does go through and it gets him into the yellow or red. So we're going to elect to shield once so that we can either grab the shield back or get the KO. We see the Azumarill come in, and we're going to be able to match up our Wiggly onto their own fairy. We are down a shield, so that's the unfortunate part. At this point, we're just going to be using Swift so that we can chip away at the Azumarill. You can see the Azumarill here is staying in, and it allows us to farm down, and that is the energy advantage we need. So now we're just going to be applying full pressure with all of our moves. They had two shields. They're going to have to use them. We're going to get to a third Aqua Tail here. And super effective. Gets them into the red. Obvious shield here. They go for the Flame Charge. And we just got to go for the farm down. So GG's to our opponent. Able to come back from going down. And let's see if we can continue the streak. We got the similar matchup here. We got the Starmie versus the Dunsparce. I'm already anticipating a flyer, so we're going to allow this one to go through. Gonna fire off this surf. This surf forces the for alligator switch. We're gonna use our Wiggly here to tank these moves. We can tank one, obviously. Trying to get to another one, but they are gonna be able to reach another Hydro. Unfortunately, the Hydro does take us out, so we weren't able to fire off that Swift. Going for this Aqua Tail here does grab a shield. Hydro Cannon doesn't quite take us out, but we need this Drapion healthy. We see the Drifloon come back in. We're going to have to tank a move here. Ends up being the Aerial Ace. We can survive that one, and then we're going to throw this Crunch here on timing. This Crunch doesn't KO. We're just going to have to shield here, farm down, and hope for the best. We see the Dunsparce come back in. They're relatively energy dry. The for alligator doesn't quite get the farm down, forces them to use some energy. We farm down with the Starmie, and then we're going to be able to farm down the Dunsparce with the Starmie as well. So GG's for our opponent, able to wiggle out of that situation. The Starmie's fast move pressure coming in clutch right there. Interesting. We got the Abomasnow versus the Starmie. If they throw Energy Ball, it's terrible, but they didn't build up to Energy Ball, I don't think so. We did decide to stay in and tank the move. Power Jump gets some huge damage, getting them into the red. Down goes the Abomasnow. We see Cradily, and then they counter swapped after seeing our Drapion. We go for the initial Crunch. The Crunch does roughly 50%. Also, they've only revealed Aqua Tails, so these Aqua Tails are not going to do that much damage as opposed to Mud Bombs. There's the Aqua Tail finally tanking us out, but we do have the shield advantage now, which allows us to use our Starmie to get to the Surf, take out the Quagsire, and now we have 2 shield Wiggly versus this Cradily. We know we can tank one. There's the Grass Knot, and now it just comes down to using both shields, and we should be good here. Icy Wind is going to get used not only for potential shield, but it's going to get them debuffed. Not that they were ever going to farm us down, but now you can see we are going to be able to farm down for the win. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.